Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. That is to say, all praise to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as to the rest of the hopeful elect, men, women, and children of Israel scattered abroad through the four corners of the earth. This your brother Yara Damba from the GMS branch here in Chicago, coming back at you, but what I hope to be another short yet edifying lesson. All right, and I don't know exactly how I'm gonna title this lesson, but it's gonna be another back to the basics. All right, going into what does it mean to be born again. All right, and this is a question that I was asked. You know, somebody asked me this in person, right? And I decided that this would be a good video to do for any newer people into the truth, man, because that's one thing that is, you have to be born again, man. You can't be that same old person that you were in the world. You have to be born again. All right. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and start here in the book of John in the 3rd chapter, and I'll start at the top. It says, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest except the Most High be with him. Right? And just a side note, man, this proves that you niggas always want to call us Pharisees. You a Pharisee, brother. But all the Pharisees wasn't even wicked, man. There was a good number of Pharisees that believed on Yahushua, man. All right? But continuing on here in verse 3, it says, Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. And Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter a second time into his mother's womb and be born? Yahushua answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. Right? So that's a very important thing, man. To be born again is to put off that former man, that old man. Or as the brothers and the elders down in Dallas would say, that old nigga. You got to get rid of that old nigga, man. You can't let them come creeping back up once you come into this truth and this understanding. All right? That you just cannot allow that to happen. We have to enter the kingdom as little children, man. And Yahushua said that here in the book of Matthew. All right, so this is Matthew 18:1. It says, At the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called the little child unto him and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily, I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Right? Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whosoever she receive one such little child, in my name receiveth me. All right? And that, what does that mean, man? Little children understand that they really don't know anything, man. And they will, if you are this child's parent, right? They are going to say, okay, dad knows best. Whatever dad says, he knows best. I'm going to do that. Now, do they get hard-headed every now and again? Yeah. But in the grand scheme of things, hey, whatever dad says goes. Whatever mom says goes. Right? They understand that. And it's the same thing with this truth, man. We have to understand once you come into this truth that the 99% of the things that we learned in the world is false, man. We've been seeing things through a false lens. So you have to be willing to unlearn and relearn everything, man. Especially when it comes to the scriptures. Because everything that we've learned, whether you have been in Christianity, whether you've been an atheist, whether you've been a Buddhist, a Muslim, no matter what you were, but prior to becoming an Israelite, man, a practicing Israelite, because you were always an Israelite by blood, right? But prior to becoming a practicing Israelite, right, you everything that you learned about the scriptures was false. You didn't know the truth about the scriptures, man. You believed false doctrines created by men. Okay? So that's what it means when it says you have to receive this kingdom receive the kingdom as a little child, man. You have to, like I said, be willing to unlearn and relearn everything that you thought you knew prior, man. And it's just that simple. Okay. Continuing on, I want to go here to the book of Ephesians chapter 4. All right, and I'm gonna start here at verse 17. You see the heading here says what the Christians walk, but the Christians were first called, or the Israelites were first called Christians at Antioch. So it's really talking about the believing Israelites. All right, verse 17. This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feeling, having given themselves over unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. But ye have not so learned Mashiach, if so be that ye have heard him, and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. Right? So the old man, we was all into all type of wickedness, man. And guess what? You didn't fight it as the old man. That's the huge difference. You didn't fight it as the former man. You just did whatever you felt like was cool to do. You didn't care whether the scripture said it was wrong, right? Niggas was just doing whatever. But now we understand that we have to fight those things. Continuing on in Ephesians 4:23, it says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. Right? So now in this new man being born again, you say, okay, well, what did the Lord say about this? What's the Lord's judgment for this? Did the Lord say this was right? Did the Lord say it was wrong? I know I like to eat pepperoni. I know I like to eat pepperoni pizza, but did the Lord say I can eat pepperoni pizza? I know I love seafood boils. Did the Lord say I can or can't eat seafood boils? Oh, he said no, I'm not going to eat it. Right? I know I love Christmas, man. I love celebrating Christmas. It's for the kids. I love it. But did the Lord tell you that not to celebrate Christmas? Oh, okay, cool. We're not going to do it. That's putting on the new man. Finding out what the Lord said about certain things and then doing it that way. However the Lord said do it, you have to be in agreement with that, man. You can't be in agreement with the old man who, what did it say? Which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. Okay? That's being born again, man. Being willing to say, all right, I'm a new creature in Yahushua. So, therefore, whatever Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, that's what goes, man. And the thing is, you have to be reading and praying, right, and to understand that. Because as you read the scriptures and you see something that you can add to your daily life, you implement it, man. That's how that works. Not saying that you're going to jump in as soon as you hear the truth. Oh, I'm an Israelite. All right. I keep all the laws now. It's never going to happen because you can't even keep all the laws in this society anyway, man. In this flesh, you can't do it. But as you find things that you can and cannot or can implement into your daily life, things that you can remove from your daily life that align with the scriptures, you do it. Okay? It's simple, man. Moving on, I want to go to the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 1. It says, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Yahweh forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? Know ye not that so many of us were baptized into Yahushua Mashiach, were baptized into his death? Therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Mashiach was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection, knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin. Right? So you have to understand, man, that old nigga is dead. That old nigga gotta go. That old nigga needs to be unalived, man. That can't be you anymore, and you can't look back at it. You can't look back and say, well, hey, I miss doing this when I wasn't in the truth and X, Y, and Z. You got to understand that those things that you was doing before the truth was not expedient for you, man. It was bringing death upon you. All right, though, that old man has to go. Okay, there's no way around it. That's being born again, man. Like I said, just adding and implementing the things that the scriptures and that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai says is righteousness, man. And how do you find these things, man? And I'm gonna close it out with this. How do you find these things? Through the scriptures, man. All right, this is the book of Psalms 119, and I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord Yahweh. Teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth." Right? "I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies as much in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word." And that's how we are cleansed, man. That's how we are born again, by taking heed thereto according to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and implementing them into your daily life, meditating on them day in and day out, man. So Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the hopeful elect, men, women, and children of Israel scattered abroad through the four corners of the earth, man. Shalom and Kwam Yasharallah.